the live button.
Oh,
Okay, thank you. Yes, the universe is definitely paying attention.
mm-hmm.
Universe is a choice. Universe
Nope.
doesn't have any choice. We are doing the right thing. We are making the right move. We are enlightening our people. We are waking them up. We are using the protocol, the strategies in place that need to be used to do what we are doing. Says Mike off. So, yes. So, thank you, my sister. Welcome, 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 welcome. As usual, help us to share and like and follow and subscribe, all these things that we need to do to get this information out. And if you're not using the social media, use the word of mouth. Talk to your sisters, your brothers, your meeting people, your organization people, wherever you may find them, share this good news. Can you imagine if everybody understand what we are saying here? That if we are no longer in the one Nigeria that the Fulanis told us, as long as we are in one Nigeria, the oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. They've told us, as long as we are in one Nigeria, the oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. Can't you see? As long as you're in one Nigeria, and all we're asking is for dignity for our people. All we're asking is for livelihood for our people. We are not here to take what does not belong to us, but rather we want to be a sustainable future for our children. Is that too much to ask? We have enough resources to go around. We have enough love to go around. We have enough help to go around, but someone is holding it down, clamping it down, and having us run in circles as if we don't know what to do. No, no, we are capable. All we need is for people to understand the Nina strategy, and we are home. Home. As soon as we get the message, we are home. That message is an empowerment message that will liberate us from this jail that we've been in. Our brother Tony says they call a jailbreak. We've been in this jail for 100 years now, and we're still running in circle. It's not that serious. We know what to do. But anyway, we are running today. Welcome to the program. We're happy to have you. Today is November the 5th, the first week of September. And my name is Mona Chimisaga, and I'm here in Houston, Texas. I will have my sister introduce herself.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mona. Thank you, our viewers. We appreciate you. And please help us to share, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Those on Facebook, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube. Because the more you do that, the more the message is going out there for your people to save you and your people. So, sorry.
No, go ahead, my dear.
So it's so important you're here. Please hit that button immediately. Don't say later, I'll do it. And then like. When you like on Facebook, people will see what you're liking and they will want to come and watch, to see what you're liking. And then if you're on YouTube, once you hit that subscription and the doom the bell, once we drop our video, it will alert you that we have dropped a video, and then you'll be updated, on what is going on and then what needs to be done, because we're in a critical moment and you need to be on top of information to know, because you not getting certain information might mean life and death. It might be the difference between life and saving your people and all that. So it's so important. My name is Dr. AP Simon Okube. I live in Lexington, Kentucky. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sister. I'm trying to share, so you'll help us to share. I have a couple of people, for some reason, they don't get this, so I'm sharing. So let's take a few minutes to share the link. I didn't want to block my share button. Can you send it to me? Oh, the babe. Thank you. Let me see if I can use that because it's not letting me share from mine. All right. Um, Please continue to help us to share. I think I've done enough sharing. Yeah, welcome to the program. Welcome to the program. We are so happy to have you here. I hope you have had time to look at our topic as usual, um, which says are Nigerians doomed to repeat history? That's what it seems like. Are Nigerians doomed to repeat history? According to Ninas, the caliphate allotted the North 21,000 of the 30,000 polling units in the 2019 electoral round, squeezing the whole entire South into 9,000 polling units. 2023 is far worse, with 80,000 of the total 90,000 polling units allotted to the North and the Niger Republic. Niger Republic, I hope you guys are hearing that. It leaves the rest of Nigerians with only 10,000 polling units. And as we're speaking, they're making sure that you won't vote. They've already shown us videos that bring your PVC and they will bring AK-47. We can see that the well-scripted ethnic cleansing disguised as the countrywide banditry rages on. It's a mystery to us that Nigerians are sleepwalking to the catastrophe of yet another round of national elections without first demanding a structural reconstruction. We know that the basis of our union has been ruined by the introduction of Sharia in the secular state, the killing and the dislocation of indigenous people into the IDP camp, and the imposition of the unitary military constitution in place of a federal democratic constitution. I don't know if you guys heard that. We are looking at the imposition of unitary military constitution that was supposed to be or was replaced. That's supposed to be in place with federal democratic constitution. Meanwhile, the anarchy of pre-Biafran genocide is about to be repeated as Team Obado attempts to flank Team Obedience in Southwest. This ugly situation once again gladdens the heart of our blood-sucking caliphate, who is only interested in implementing Plan B by imposing martial law on grants as orchestrated by gross insecurity. Therefore, therefore, our priority is not election, but a two-step fundamental reconstruction and an immediate transitioning away from this failed state called Nigeria. The sooner we get this done, the sooner our people will stop dying. So today, we salute the tireless effort and dedication of the Ninas towards the liberation of people who seem to be condemned and doomed to repeat history. This is a no-brainer. Every day I weep for my people. Every day I cry for my people. Every day I wish I can bring the best of the best to my people. But it seems that the people don't even care. They don't even want to understand. It's like they are really, really, definitely doomed to repeat history. It's too hard to watch. We stand by for over 500 years, hoping and waiting for God to do it for us. And He has told us over and over and over again, He's not doing shit for you, nothing. You gotta do it yourself. So we must begin the work. Follow us today as we dive in deeper on what we need to do to get out of this massive mess. Go ahead, sister, while I pull up the video.
Yes, my dear, God has even done enough for us because He has given us this strategy. He has given us this pathway, you know, already made. Sent people 20 years ahead of time. When some of us were still sleeping, when some of us did not even know what was going on, to research and find out what is really the problem and how can we come out. What else can God do for us? It's like you go to the kitchen as a woman, you cook all the food for your children, not that they're toddlers, not that they're babies, they're able children that can feed by themselves. You keep the food for them, they're not eating it, and they chose to die of starvation. What else can God do? What else can God do? Please help us to like, help us to share this video. That is the work you're doing as a team member. Well, those that have their own groups, working, doing whatever they're doing, even people that don't have any strategy, they're making noise, just trying to get our people distracted while the enemy comes in to kill. But you are here listening to the authentic information that our people should get. Please do not keep this information to yourself. Otherwise, the blood of our people will be required from your hands. It is that important. It is that crucial. Share, like, subscribe, and let our people know what is going on. Please go ahead, my sister.
In that tunnel of going to election, they already bought the balance of this. That's the 1 year to the time that the election should be happening next year to continue their onslaught. They are not stopping in the brigand in the onslaught. They are not stopping in the invasion. They are not stopping in the attempt to conquer us by the invasion. They also have another plan B. In one of the recent broadcasts alerts, we talked about plan A, plan B, and plan C, in which the election is plan C. The election is playing two roles: to keep the South and Middle Belt busy, talking about who will govern, whereas the invasion is continuing. We saw it in the train attack and what they say the land has to be handed over to them now. They've become impatient. They're feeling defrauded. And so it is only in dragging us to that, pushing us into that tunnel of election. And I think it was yesterday that I saw on TV, was his name, the one chairing INEC for them, Mahmoud, or whatever he's called, saying that no matter what the situation is, they will go to election. That caliphate is desperate now to go to election. I also saw the National Security Advisor trying to lend Monguno also, trying to lend his voice to it, that it is the duty of all of us to make sure we go to election. Again, we remember Baba Ahmed. These are now the caliphate proprietors of what they are doing. Akim Baba Ahmed was telling us the other time that it is only by all of us joining hands that we can get to election, that will ease out the Buhari who doesn't agree with the restructuring. These are all gimmicks. The caliphate wants to get more time to continue their conquest. The outcome of the election is already predetermined. They don't even know how to get there based on what is coming at them from all sides. They didn't anticipate anybody could defeat that constitution. They didn't anticipate anybody could organize the kind of alliance we have now. They didn't anticipate anybody could get to Washington and push them out from where they used to be in the inner workings of things. They are now strangers in that place. And so the other side of the coin is that the people who have done all these efforts to defeat that title deed, that constitution by which they are bound into Nigeria and made slaves there by this caliphate, they also have a chance to finally get rid of this enslavement. If the only task is stopping the journey to that election as a demonstration of their resolve, as a demonstration of their rejection of that constitution. The international community is waiting for us to do just that. There's no other thing left for between us and our freedom. It is to demonstrate by rejecting the journey to election in 2023 that we have repudiated that constitution and we're interested, we're desirous of, we're now very anxious to recover our sovereignty. If we don't, these people to whom these lands have been promised for helping kill off other people to bring those who came to power in 2015, these people are waiting in your forest all the way to Boni, all the way to Badagry. From the point they entered in the upper part, they have mapped out all the Nigerian land. The Fulani from Mali, the Fulani from Senegal, they all know where they have been mapped. The people you call Fulani herdsmen are the advanced teams, that came ahead of the others to kill off the owners and become the new owners. And that was why the documentation to make them citizen and to make them indigenous after 5 years were all being smuggled through the National Assembly of Lawan. And Bajami Avila, his handmaid. And so it is our task now to stop that journey so that that constitution will go down. If you want to research how it will all happen, set for what we call domino 2. You see the graphics that the rejection of the constitution is now supported by rejection of election. If that election is taken down, the constitution goes down, and the union standing on it goes, and we go to transition. Everything we are doing now will end in transition. That's why we put the 5-point, proposition in that constitutional force majeure. I would think the summary of it all is that if we join, especially the politicians from the South and Middle Belt, across party lines, we're not talking about PDP and APC now. If we join, if the South and the Middle Belt will join in the journey to election, pretending they are going to get a better day tomorrow, they are just lining themselves up for extermination. If the South and Middle Belt join at the invitation of Ninas to stop the journey to election, your freedom and your sovereignty is back in your hand.
I'll see.
The caliphate has no other opportunity, has no other mechanism for prevailing in this matter. They've been defeated comprehensively. Their title deed is defeated, and there's nothing they can do about it. Everything is now in your hand to do. Do you want to perish? Then go to election. Do you want to survive? Then stop the journey to the election.
Oh my goodness.
And advertising.
No, it's done. It's done. The video is done.
Okay. So the choice is ours. It is for us to say, this is what we want. The job has been finished. Like we're saying, those that are waiting for God to come, God has already come and finished. He sent people to do the work. All you need to do is now to spread the message. And those of you that are still trying to reinvent the wheel, this is a critical time. What you're doing, you're delaying and distracting the people that should hear this message. And you think it's about you? You think this war is about your personality? You think it's about your ego? It is not. What you're doing, you will stand one day to pay for it. Because when your people die, your own people, because that's the beauty of Nina's project. We are grouped in blocks, block by block. And in that grouping, we are able to get information, the right information to our people as fast as possible. In that grouping is like a network. And in that alliance and grouping, where you are able to get the help you need as fast as possible. But if you are busy not interrogating this template, this proposal on the table, rather you want to reinvent and create your own coalition, create your own groups. We are not saying you should not form groups and association, but you need to affiliate whatever you are creating to what Ninas is doing, because Ninas has finished the job. In the course of this program, we're going to show you some of the things that are happening at the international scene for you to know that you're wasting your time trying to reinvent the wheel, and your people will die and you will pay in blood, because the enemy is not going back. He's marching on. So this is the PowerPoint we're pulling up. The question says, are Nigerians doomed to repeat history? Because we looked and saw, since for the longest time, these things have been happening. But the people, like as if they are under a spell, keep moving like into the same trap, over and over again. And we began to ask the question, is it that somebody put a spell on these Nigerians and said, you are doomed and condemned. You are cursed. You must repeat history. You are this of you to learn from history so that you will make your corrections and run. No. Stay there and mumuishly repeat it. That's why we're asking that question. So we want to look at some of the things out there in public from the people, from the source. Analysis of voters registration data. We did not do this. Your so-called INEC or whatever, they are doing this and bringing it out to show you. You are seeing it koro. It just that some of you, the more you look, the less you see. And people who want to, I had one brother trying to explain it away. I'm like, I don't think we should be this daft that something is obvious in our face. We're explaining it away because we want to collect money from politicians and seem to be working for them so that they will give. Are we this poor? Is our mind this low? Please pull up this thing again so that people can look at some of the figures that we're seeing here. You see, Northwest, they say that the total registration is 2,514,273. That's people that registered. Valid registration is 2,120,000. It's still 2 million. Okay. Then they said voter register for 2022 is 22 million. Northwest is where they are killing people, where Boko Haram is killing people, and people are running. Villages are being displaced. They are in IDP camps. They have been, like, everybody running away. Not some people have run out. Desert everywhere. Like human beings have run away. But what are they giving us? 22 million registered there. They managed to register 22 million. This Northwest is where you go, you are not seeing human beings. You will travel, those that lived in the north, you will drive, what you'll be seeing is cow, animal, bush. They managed to register 22 million. Southwest, they have 17 million. Where Lagos alone is in millions, but the entire Southwest is 17 million. North Central, Middle Belt, where they are killing people, is 15 million. South, 14 million. Northeast is 12. Then Southeast, where the people are so densely populated. Same Southeast, we'll look at it again. He said total registration is 1,444,156. Valid registration is only 930,600. Our people, when somebody is going to battle, they say be battle ready. Look at these figures. It has not started. The main thing.
Look at the bottom of the analysis. How many of the southern states is affected by the invalid registration?
Okay. Say states most affected by voter invalidation. Oh my goodness. Bayelsa, 69.2% is invalid. What is now remaining? Ebony, 59.8% is invalid. Ekiti, 38.8% is invalid. Rivers, 33.0% is invalid. Anambra State, Ndipitobi, 30.6% invalid. 29.4% invalid in Delta State. We can't go details. If you go to this, you see this, and this item is in the public. You look at it and study it. What we're saying, my people say, my people, how many times will someone do something to you and then your brain will begin to work? How many times? How many times? These things are not hidden. They don't hide what they're doing. They show it, open it. This is just this picture. And then you say, okay, let's analyze other things going on around this your PVC, around this whole thing that you're doing. Let's begin to look at them. DIG, police DIG, that's Deputy Inspector General of Police. Intelligence and operations are in the hands of your enemy, the Fulanis. Intelligence is what spreads information. They gather information and spread information. That's their job. Operations are the ones in charge of gun. These two things, even if your Inspector General is Yoruba or Igbo or South, these are the arms of the police that will actually do the job. Is in the hands of your enemy. They bastardize all the institutions. Air Force, Navy, Army, military, whatever, everything that you have. is being turned upside down. They are the ones printing your ballot boxes and PVC. As we speak, they're already thumb printing and offloading these things to where it should go. These people are ahead of you. Under the guise of reaching Nigerian voters dislocated by bandits from their communities, some of these polling units are now located in Niger Republic. And you know that Niger Republic in this your voting will serve as headquarters for rigging. Already prepared. If they are genuine, why didn't they make provision for Nigerians also in diaspora that were dislocated by hardship in the south so that they too can vote? And people are seeing this and they're just looking as if there's a spell over them.
Even the southeastern people are the one that are making the most noise.
Exactly. I remember when Goodluck was president, most journalists that were writing trash about Goodluck, they were Southerners. Like Showore. Showore took it upon himself. This Showore that is making noise now, they were part of the people that brought Buhari, and they have not apologized.
Nope.
No, bold face. Bold face, knocking their chest as if they have done something. The blood of people wasting. It's not like their conscience. Like when I read in the Bible, when they said the people's conscience will be seared like hot iron, so that when they are committing evil, they are not even, they're like standing gidigam in their evilness. No remorse, no repentance, no something like, oh my God, what have I done with my hands? What did I sponsor? People like Adeboye. Nobody saying, oh my God, what did I sponsor? Oh my God, what did I bring upon my people? And they're having the audacity to call God and pray to God, and you think that God is stupid? And the God is like a ring on your finger. You can flip him around to do whatever you feel like doing. Our God is a just God. And you people will see it. You will see this God we're saying. You will see him in his fullness. And you will know that you cannot deceive him. Whatever a man sow, he will reap. You people will reap it full time. As we speak, the so-called electronic ballots, they are being thumb printed, like we're saying. All the things, because they will get an Igbo man to build the software. Then they will get like Osama, what's that man? Osama bin Laden, Bello, Ahmadu Bello. All their names sound alike. All these terrorists, they sound the same. He said if they don't find a northerner to do the job, they will go and get a white man to come and do it. They know where to locate these people. They have been dealing with them, that they are partners. So when they see an Igbo man, they will bring him to come and create the software. Then they will not bring, if they cannot do it, they are not educated enough to do it, they will bring a white man or white woman to come and scramble whatever the Igbo man did and post the man out of the station. Say, tell him, you have finished your job. Oh, yeah, go. I find out most of the spokespersons are all these Igbo people that talk like that Mr. Okoye that is talking for INEC. He's not on the table when any arrangement is made, though. He's not near where anything is happening. But he'll come and tell our people, no, everything is working well, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You people will pay. You see, all of you.
Yeah, the same way when you go to church, what is it called? RCC church. When you're there, they have a meeting. They have a meeting in Europe about why you speak only. And they invited you to the meeting. No?
Yes, and it's Igbo people that will set up those branches. And when they say, even in America, Igbo people will build the branches of Redeemed Church. And then they will bring Yoruba people to now be the pastor and assistant pastor. Then Igbo people will go and be treasurer, counting the money and keeping it together for them. I don't have anything with my Yoruba brothers and sisters. But I'm saying that Igbo people, the way you will behave like people that are ready to be exterminated. Because you're not using your brain, your God-given brain. Others are even faring a little bit, trying to do some things to save themselves. All you do is cry victimhood. well, they victimize us. So when you are being stupid, it's a survival of the fittest. Everybody is fighting for their own people to save and deliver their own people. It's only you that is building one Nigeria. Ndi Igbo. If not for Ndi Igbo, one Nigeria will not be standing up or existing today. It's Ndi Igbo that went to develop every aspect of Nigeria, built everything for them, serving the Fulanis, and being loyal to them. Like you see P2B again, the Fulani errand boy, hopping around everywhere like a grasshopper.
Don't vote for me because I'm an Igbo man. Vote for me because I'm a one Nigerianist. Okay.
We say, are you people doomed to repeating history? What is wrong with our people? As we speak, the distribution of PVC is already compromised in the opponents' communities. They have this data with them. So they compromise these things. The operational part of INEC is in their hands, is in the hands of your enemy. Returning officers, they are in charge. The network that will now do the whole work is in the hand of Fulani man, Pantami. They have created fake pooling units. Let's tell you how this thing works. You will now be in your community, for instance. They know that, like say, Abia or Anambra or whatever, that you people are shouting P2B, P2B. Maybe you're supposed to have 7 words. You will have 7 known words or units, pooling units. But they will not create another 7 that is unknown to you. So you will be there monitoring the 7 that you know and saying, the voting is going on, P2B is winning here, this is happening there, that is happening there. That's the one that you know. My people say, Kimanka, Imanka also. So the one that you know, you are videoing. I think they said it shouldn't even come with video. It shouldn't come with, I don't even, all the things they're saying are very ridiculous. Like when you hear it say, and somebody is still going. Then you now have the unknown ones. Where they're already thumbprinting as we speak. And those people, those non-existent people are already voting as we speak. When the numbers will begin to come, you understand that the people you're dealing with are not your age mates. And remember that movements will be restricted. So you are not even able to go to other places freely to know what is going on. You only know the thing that happened in the so-called polling unit where you are located. And that's where you're going to vote. And that's what you will monitor. By the time all that finish, when you now start shouting, oh, I don't think it's right. Before you will now begin to understand what happened to you, results will be announced. Then you will now go and begin to sue. Like you people did in 2019, when it was obvious that Atiku and Obi should have won with the noise and the level of voting and everything. But no, that's not why Atiku came. Remember in 2015, Atiku was in PDP. He helped Buhari APC to defeat Goodluck Jonathan of PDP. Goodluck Jonathan in 2015, they gave him a dummy ticket. They knew where they were going, and all the PDP Fulanese and Northerners migrated to APC to bring in this Buhari you're seeing. Nobody has apologized for this level of like, oh, Buhari is not doing this, Buhari is not doing. Who brought him in? Who orchestrated the coming of Buhari? And for over 7 years, why is it that you people could not say, Buhari, go down? At least if somebody is not doing what he's supposed to do, right, you impeach him, right? Could not impeach him. He did the 2019, which Atiku helped him. 2015, which Atiku, that was in PDP. Even this Obasanjo that is running up and down, he tore his PDP card and brought Buhari. Obasanjo till now has not repented. He's running up and down, looking for who to rubber stamp. Obasanjo is the original Fulani errand boy. All these things are happening to our people. They are not thinking. They are not connecting the dots. In 2019 here, it was time for P2B and Atiku. And IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, for them to distract the people
Child.
with their stupid no election, no referendum, no election or no election that had no meaning in it whatsoever. What anybody is doing had no meaning. There was no plan. There was nothing for a referendum. There was nothing. It's just that because Ninas, they were working on the strategies of referendum and how to precipitate all the things that we want. These ones, IPOB, their own is to corrupt what Ninas is doing and make money out of it, causing a lot of destruction. You know what? The blood of our people, you people will pay for it. Whether you're contributing money knowingly or you don't know, you will pay for it when the time comes.
Amen. Mm-hmm.
So in 2019, Atiku, Peter Obi, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, they came together, distracted the entire Southeast
Hi.
so that Buhari can come in the second time, because Fulani is needed at least 8 years to consolidate on Fulani nation that they are building. Now we are in 2023. Somebody will say, so what is the game? Because it's all about game. And if you don't look well, you will not see the game. But if you look well, you will see the game that is going on. They're saying, okay, they want to defeat APC. That's what Peter article is making us to believe, that he wants to defeat APC.
The same APC he helped.
The same APC that he helped, so that he can now bring in PDP. The PDP that he helped them defeat in 2015. Does this make sense, my people?
Aye. This is
Does this
too
make
much.
sense?
Mm.
It's a Okwe Anazu draft. Back forth. Is that what you call politics? For those of my brothers that are shouting good governance, good governance. You see, people are playing draft and you're leading my people into something that does not make sense. To you now, in your mind now, you're doing something productive. Am I talking about church people, the church leaders, telling people to go and get PVC? In your mind now, you're doing something productive. You see, it's based on all these irregularities and obvious scheming that Ninas continues to call on the poor masses, the people that are going to pay in blood. It is your blood that will be shed. Calling on them. You are the one that will be victim of the union of death. Say, stop this suicide journey to this caliphate fraudulent election. If you can stop yourself, we are not saying boycott election. We are saying stop the car, stop the vehicle from moving. We didn't say get down from the vehicle. The vehicle, somebody is carrying 911, 18 tire beast with ammunition, with explosives, driving into your neighborhood. We are saying stop that vehicle. We didn't say get down from the vehicle. If you get down the vehicle, the driver will still move it into your neighborhood and explode all your people. We are saying do everything possible. If you want, put wedge in front of the vehicle. If you want, get the rope and tie the vehicle at the back and start pulling it opposite the other direction. If you want, get the neck of the driver, hold the driver on the neck and say, match break now. That's what we're saying. Stop the vehicle. We did not say boycott the vehicle. We did not say come down from the vehicle. Because when you're explaining something for our people that are behaving as if there's a spell on them just because they want politicians to give them money. We are not saying boycott election. We are not saying boycott election. That's not what we're telling our people. Ndubisi, we are not saying boycott election. Ninas is saying that this vehicle is full of explosives and that our neighborhood. Stop the vehicle. Stop the driver. That's what we're saying. For those of you that like to twist things around, I have to call names. Because when you're talking, people will be doing as if they're deaf and dumb. In platforms, they'll be there arguing stupidly. Stupid argument that does not make sense. You are seeing all these indices. You are seeing everything going on. You want to speak to my people, but you don't want to be equipped with correct information so that you'll be thinking straight and know what you're saying. because politicians want to give you money. You don't have work you're doing. It's the money they're giving you from singing their praises. So you have to be singing the money, singing the praise loud and loud and loud, while your people are being prepared for suya. It's based on this, all these fraudulent things that we're seeing, all this nonsense we're saying. The only way our people can demonstrate and reject the 1999 Constitution, reject the Fulani One Nigeria, reject what is happening to them, the death, the massacre, the marginalization, everything, all the evil in that vehicle. The only way our people can reject it and show the world that they've rejected is to stop the 2023, the voyage to 2023 election. Why are we saying stop it? You're not saying stop it so that you not sit down and be eating popcorn. No. Because we said that this election is what fortifies the enemy. Is putting fuel into that vehicle that is carrying all this evil into our neighborhood. The election is what buys fuel and puts it into the vehicle, and it will be moving faster and faster. So we need to stop it so that we can push and demand for a transitional government. There's a reason why you're saying stop it. We're not saying stop it so that you go and sit down and be eating popcorn and eating akara and moi moi. Stop it. Rather use that energy and demand for a transitional government so that we can rework our failed federation. Is this thing too difficult to understand? It was done in South Africa, 1990. Chile did it again, 2020, just there. All of them occupied the streets. They said this constitution is a military constitution, is bringing injustice, we don't want it. And they sat down on the streets of Chile. We saw it, thank God for social media. We saw all of them. They moved into the streets, eating their food, cooking, doing it, everything on the streets. They occupied all their streets. When you're tired, you go home, another group will come out. For 1 year, they did it for 1 year. And you know what? Referendum came. Some stupid people will say, oh, is there a referendum in the constitution? We are saying we did not make constitution. You're asking me if there's a referendum inside the constitution. We're saying that the constitution is military constitution, military document that was imposed on the people, full of injustice, full of everything evil. You're asking me, oh, they didn't put constitutional first major in the constitution. They didn't put a referendum in the constitution. Are you daft? There are indices, things showing that Nigeria is a failed state. That Nigeria is like an engine, a vehicle without engine. And there's nothing you can do with that vehicle, no matter how deceptive you are, no matter how dishonest you are, no matter how Peter Obi lies to himself. He lacks the ability, yes, I say it. Peter Obi lacks the ability to drive a vehicle without engine. Tell him Daughters of Truth said so. We say he lacks the ability. And if anything happens to our people, he will pay for it. Him and his household. He will pay for it from generation to the fourth generation.
He said,
we are not stopping any individual that want to help the Fulani nation to create their wealth and do whatever. We donate you P2B to Fulani nation. But what we will stop you from doing as Umwada of this land, of the land you are desecrating, what will stop you from doing is selling Ndigo so that you do that job. That's what will stop you from doing. We have a God that we call on to. We are women, we pray, we cry, and heaven answers us. So don't think that we're going to come to you with physical power. We lack physical power. But there's a place where we will play a role that you cannot get to because we are mothers. The children that are dying, we bore them in our womb and we delivered them. That's why when we cry, heaven listens to us. As a mother, we are already crying to that God and he's answering us. You can see the free fall of Naira. Naira is on a free fall, like when we're small. Oji anada. It's what we call oji. Sorry, Iroko tree. It has leaves. During a harmattan, it falls off. And in my culture, we feed our goats with them. They fall freely, and you pick them. That's how Naira is falling. Freely. Like dry paper. Dry leaves. The way dry leaves fall. That's how Naira is falling. The valuation of naira, 1 naira is now, is it $800? No, 800 naira is $1. Very soon it will hit 1,000 naira as $1. The value is dropping. To go with that, there's super inflation. And to make it as if matter is not, there's now naira physically decaying. That's what my sister is pulling up for us here. Naira is, the criminals packed naira in their rooms, in their vehicles, under the ground, everywhere, and all that money decaying physically. What does this tell us? What does this tell us? Is there anything? Are you looking for another demonstration of worthlessness? That's the climax of showing that naira is now worthless. What can you do with this thing that we're seeing in front? My sister is displaying rotting, decaying naira notes. What can you do? What else can you do with it? You will burn them. You gather them and burn them. There's a time somebody prophesied and said, oh, pray against naira. Well, I said, pray for naira or something. I don't know what he was saying, because some people, God will reveal things to them, but they don't understand to understand what God is showing. This burning of these notes is significant, is a sign that naira is worthless, and the only thing you can do with it is to burn it to ashes. I don't care if you change the color. I don't care if you change the size. I don't care if you change whatever you want to change. All those ones that left the system, how do you account for it? Will make the inflation to go from super to super. So the value of naira is worthless. As if that is not enough, terrorists are taking over the seat of power in Nigeria. That's time we warned you people here. We kept saying Afghanistan is loading, Afghanistan is loading. We kept saying Afghanistan is loading because we are working. We told you that the work that Nina is doing, there's what we call international imperative, where the indigenous people, apart from forming alliance, what we call the intra-regional alliance, it took us 6 years to form that. For those that are beginning an alliance now, those that are forming coalition, the enemy is on your door. That's when you're saying, hey, let's south to come together. Let's southwest to come together. Like I don't even know how to describe it. You know, your children, you're not giving them any medication or any food to take care of them. All of a sudden, they're running temperature. You're putting hand on the head. No insurance, no nothing. Oh, we're not doing all that. It took 6 years to get the intra-regional alliance fixed. 6 years in the past, not in the front. The job is already done. That's why you're seeing the alliance. And the Fulanis did not know when that work was going on, because it's a job you do under the table. For those that like making noise, you need to do certain jobs covertly. Intelligence. We're talking about intelligence. Intelligence is not about noise making, because you know what? When your mouth is doing proper, your brain is suspended. Too much talk affects the brain. Your brain, your mouth, when it's quiet, your brain can be activated, and then you begin to think and function better. That's why you see people that talk proper, they're really not very sensible.
They can't handle it.
Yes, they can't do the work. So we also had what you call the inter-regional alliance. That's why when you saw the southwest working together with Lower Niger, the territory referred to, because that's not the name, it's just referred to for operational basis. The Lower Niger territory, they work together. They also work together with Middle Belt. That's why we now have this alliance, the NINAS alliance that you see us showing here. The marketing, the territory, the Sharia territory in yellow, and then the white is the alliance. That work, it took years, because we had to go sponsor people to go into interior places to meet local heads, to meet people that are agitating, to meet some people say, oh, Avengers, come on. So you think if you do, excuse me, if you do audio and drop it in WhatsApp, then Avengers will come and work with you. That's not how things are done. So as all that was going on, we also had what we call international imperative, where we went out for 6 months at Washington between January and June 2019 to discuss with Americans and other international stakeholders about what is going on, the truth, because the Fulanis were lobbying people using our oil money to lobby criminals and tell them lies.
Hell.
So we needed people to go and speak the truth to to the stakeholders, people that are invested in our land. Because when the thing will start, we don't want them to think like in 1967, 1970, when they thought we are just trying to steal oil, their resources. No, their investment. No, we needed them to understand what is going on, and they understood it. In the course of this presentation, we will show you what made us know that they understood the message. They say, "You understand the assignment?" My children say, "Mommy, understand the assignment." Yes. So there's something they did that made Ninas, and those of us that are working with Ninas, know that they understood the message. They understood the assignment. So terrorists, we told you that Afghanistan was loading. And they have come. And when they come, we told you that when they get to Aso Rock, that Bubu, your Buhari, your commander-in-chief, we just give them the key and say, Augusta, I've been waiting for you since. Here is the key. Let me go to Korea and come back. Or let me go to Saudi, or let me go to London. Yeah. So take the key. This is the wardrobe. This is the bedroom. And that's the kitchen in case you're thirsty. That's okay, we have a bar, in case you want some drinks, is in the bar. And then that's the master bedroom over there, So have fun while I go. We told you people that was happening. We told, go and check our videos. Go to Daughters of Truth, the website, our YouTube. Go there, you will see all these things we're saying. They are already there. So when that happened, as terror was taking over Abuja, the federal FCT, what did US Embassy do and British High Commission? What did they do? You think it's just now that they just heard? They bypassed Nigerian government. They understood that we have lost it, that the government of Nigeria has been hijacked by terrorists. They understood the assignment. So that's why they did not go. For those that are shouting and making noise, they're supposed to come and take permission from the terrorist Fulani Nigerian government. No, they will not. They will not. And by the way, this action they are taking is non-partisan, because in developed countries, there are things that are non-partisan. You don't play politics with them. You see security, you see constitution, you do not play politics with the protection of lives and properties of the citizens. So when that comes, America moves as America. They don't move as Democrats, Republican, or whatever, because there are institutions in charge of those things. They have military that is answerable to the Americans. They don't, even if Biden say, don't protect the Americans, they will say, sorry, sir, I have my work to do. I swore to protect the people. It's like medical doctors that swore to protect the people. Your certificate is depending on protecting the people. But what are the medical doctors doing in Nigeria that they're walking up and down as if they're so ignorant? The brain that they got that they're saying, I'm a medical doctor, I can brag about it. Yet simple things that you should look and understand is not making sense to you. So it's different for these other people. When they get the signal, they move. They don't take permission. After 9/11, America became like the world police. Anywhere there's terror, because they know that the terror, no matter how it's cooking, it will eventually attack, like hit American people. So that's why they don't wait to take permission. They will violate your sovereignty. If terror is cooking in your backyard, Americans will violate your authority on sovereignty, so-called sovereignty, to uproot that terror that is cooking in your backyard. They have best secret services. They have information. They rated Nigeria in terms of warning their citizens to consider traveling to Nigeria. The level is level 3. Why? Because of crime, terrorism, civil unrest, kidnapping, maritime crime. Level 3 for Nigeria and a whole. So they say, oh, reconsider going there. Then there are some states that they now said is level 4. That means it's no-go area. Don't go there at all because there's a higher risk of these attacks. And they listed the states: Zamfara, Yobe, Borno, Adamawa, Kaduna, Bauchi, Kano, Gombe, Katsina, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Cross River, Delta, Rivers, except Port Harcourt. They are doing investigation. They're on ground. These people are not waiting for Fulani to come and tell them the story. They're already in the ground. As they're seeing the terrorists take position in our bushes, they told us that they will be on ground as well. For those that are shouting, oh, UN, come and help us. Oh, this one, come and help us. They're already on ground. And that's why they were able to bring out, telling you that the places, the public places are under threat. Shopping centers, shopping malls, markets, hotels, places of worship, your church, because we keep telling you they're going to blow up your churches because you don't have ears, and it will happen. It's coming. Restaurants, bars, schools, government installations, transportation hubs, all these are under threat. Report coming from US Embassy and British High Commission. Because they're on ground, they're following what we are doing. Like some of these things we do, because your force major, they all have copies, they're following. They're following the emerging nations as they're organizing. That's what we told you. That's why they moved their big embassy to Lagos. Lagos used to be consulate. Abuja used to be it's like the US embassy is Abuja. Lagos consulate. Why did they now move the gigantic embassy they are building to Lagos? They are following the discussion.
Yep.
The dialogue. They are following the conversation. They did not stop in just warning people. They jumped into action. What did they do? They bypassed the Fulani federal government of Nigeria to go in and begin to arrest terrorists by themselves. They arrested 35 terrorists and 5 commanders in different parts of Abuja. This direct involvement of American soldiers in raid across the city of Abuja is not surprising to some of us that are working close to NINAS. This is direct fallout from the ongoing conversation and dialogue between the international stakeholders and NINAS. America is doing what they promised they will do. But you know what? Nigerian church leaders, because of money that they want to get from politicians, they are working directly opposite this strategy. Asking our people to go and collect PVC and be part of an election that is aimed at killing Christians. Why international stakeholders are working hard and preparing what to do, closing embassies, leaving some places with limited this thing, because as a diplomat, before you go to any country, you have what you call evacuation drill. You must give it full, like what is your plan in case of emergency? What will you do? You will rehearse it as a diplomat before you're posted to any country. You will rehearse it before you go. Nigerians, they have it also. You will rehearse it and say, this is what we do. This is so immediately you see certain things, you put that evacuation plan in place immediately and you begin to work.
They don't wait to be blown up before they
No, they don't do that. So there's evacuation as we speak of non-emergency staff and citizens of America and other powerful countries that value the lives of their people. US Embassy, for instance, has limited ability for emergency assistance. That's why they closed down, because they know that Abuja is in the center of terrorism, is in the center. So they don't want to risk the lives of their people.
It's compromised.
Moving, yes. So that's why they made, they understood that they have limited ability in case of emergency in Abuja. That's why they told Abuja Embassy close down. However, the Lagos consulate, they still have routine and emergency services because they understand what is going on. They are following the conversation. What are our church leaders doing? What are our social influencers doing? What are our so-called people that are talking in public? What are they doing? Moving around as if they are under a spell. And what is Nigerian Fulani government saying? They are lying as usual. Because for the Fulani nation, lying, the jihadists, lying is a strategy. When they're killing you, they're lying to you. So don't run. Oh, the schools are closed down, open.
Yeah, you're the infidel. You're supposed to be killed, infidels.
Yes. They say the country is safer as before than before. Very safe. Because when they produce this ammunition, they use money to produce them. So they want maximum casualty. So they need you not to be like, you need to be in public places. You need to go to church. Be plenty inside the church so that they will bring you down. The 1999 Constitution, what we're saying is that the 1999 Constitution, which is a military document, can no longer carry this dying country any further. That's what we're saying. And these are the evidences. Nigeria, as it is today, is a failed state. We have told you when your currency is failing, all those going on, all those indices, these are indices, terrorism, non-security, these are indices of failed state. Terrorism, failure of currency, evacuation of diplomats. Why are diplomats being evacuated from Abuja, from Nigeria, if all is well? So these are the symptoms you see. Those of us in medical area, when you see symptoms, you know what the disease is. These are things you see, you know that, oh, there's something sinister going on. Evacuation of families of politicians and elites. Your so-called politicians are evacuating their family members. The elites, they are moving their family members. I mean, those that don't have an American visa are going to Rwanda, going to Uganda, going to Ghana, going to South Africa. For those that still have entrance in there, they have finished, my people. And what are my people doing? Carrying paper in the face of danger. All this going on, and you're still not understanding what is going on. Somebody will say, what do we do? We need to unlock the capacity of the indigenous peoples. That's what we need to do. Because the indigenous peoples are the owners of the land. They live in the land. If we have said that all this is the problem, that means that the solution should go to where things went wrong. Somebody will not have cancer and you're giving them malaria medicine. We are saying your PVC is malaria medicine in the place of cancer. Cancer needs therapy, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, heat, bam, bam, bam. Chemical heat, physical heat, bam, bam, bam. That's what you need to get out cancer. But you mop up the cells first. If not, you kill the organism, you kill the person. That's why Ninas, for how many years, mopped up the cancer cells. We're able to tell everyone that the cancer is the Fulani nation. The caliphate is the cancer in Nigeria. We have mopped it up so that everybody will say, oh, so no one made it. That's why you're hearing everybody saying 1999 Constitution. So everybody now understand. And we give kudos to Ninas. We give kudos to Ninas. Good job, good job. Team Ninas, not like Team Agbado and Team Obedience. Those are dropping with blind eyes. These ones research work. So they're able to say this is the problem, the 1999 Constitution. Before them, nobody was talking about 1999 Constitution. Nobody knew what the problem was. Nobody knew where it was coming from. They were hiding under and destroying the cells and organs in our land. Thank God for the people that are working through Ninas. We were able to mop up the cancer cells and put it in a place. All we are telling our people, they have mopped up these cancer cells. Let's finish it in this location. How? By saying that you're not going for the 2023 election. You want to destroy this cancer so that we will begin to plan how to live, to negotiate how to live. So we say we solve the problem that is causing agitation first. That's the standard practice. Everybody is agitating. Everybody is dying. This one say Oduduwa. This one say Biafra. This one say that. So what you do first is to stop the agitation. It's not to go into election while fire. As no if your house is on fire, you don't go chasing rats. You going for election is chasing rats while your house is on fire. And we're saying you need two-step. What did we say? Two-step fundamental reconstruction. We don't want Fulanis to come and say, oh yeah, take. Well, like I had one so-called professor with big eyes and big glasses saying, oh, we had a constitution draft. We have handed it over to the people. They don't do constitution like that. In a place that we have so much diversity, Nigeria entity, The diversity is much. We are different peoples, different nations, different ways of life. You don't hand over constitution to them. You go to the grassroots. That's what we are talking about. Multi-regional referendums, not one referendum, because we understand the diversity. The people need to speak. The indigenous peoples, the ethnic nations need to speak and say what they want. You, Pato, Tommy, or whatever you call yourself, you're not the one to tell the people what they want. The people know what they want. The owners of the land, owners of resources, owners of the people being killed, they know what they want. And we want them to speak. And they're going to speak through their own referendum. It's called multi-regional referendum. Each block, each ethnic nation will speak. Some people say, oh, are you going to have 1,000? There's one I heard mocking. He said, are you going to have 1,000 nations? It's so annoying when I hear some of them. So, and they were talking like as if they're cool. Meanwhile, they're not cool, they're daft. No matter how they call themselves, professor, doctor, or whatever. Look at USSR. How many nations came out of that place? Are you daft? What we're saying, we're not saying we're going to create 1,000 nations out of Nigeria. We are saying we are going to recognize both big and small ethnic nations and ask them, what do you want? They are not the one to decide the level of autonomy, the degree of autonomy they want. All the nationalities, whether big or small, they will say how they want to live. According to the 2007 United Nations Declaration for Indigenous Peoples' Rights, it is the people's right to say how they want to live, who they want to live with, the terms and conditions that they want. It is their right. So whether they want 100% autonomy, as in we want out, or they want 80% autonomy, they will say it. They will speak it through referendum. That's when you will not have a proper constitution. When they say it, they will get their charter of relationship that they will use in their own locality, because governance is local, crime is local, so governance is local. It's not the one that your leaders are living in Abuja while you are in your village. No, they will decide in their local community how they want to live, and then they will get either charter of relationship or constitution, depending on whether they're homogeneous or heterogeneous. When they get there, like we did before, we will now bring it at the center and now have union constitution, federal constitution, where we told you that the federation that Nigeria is supposed to be should have a federation, a federal constitution. That's a democratic tool. And that tool will have is a union of component constitutions. The constituents make constitution from the grassroots, and then they will bring it together and say, we have agreed that we want to be part of this union, and these are the terms and conditions. And then all this chaos will end, all this trouble will end, everything will end. And you know, when you do that, international people will come to invest in your land. So Ludo, you don't put a cart in front of the horse. The horse is supposed to be in front. We have to sort out insecurity problems. We have to sort out all these things. When these things are done, the investors will come by themselves. They'll be saying, we need to come and invest.
Yeah, looking for stability.
First things first, stability first. But if you don't do that, you said otherwise, there will be unilateral actions. It's not me. It will prevail. The actions are already in ground taking place. They are the ones holding these actions, saying, hold on, let's discuss this on the table. If you do not allow a peaceful conversation on the table, we are sorry what will come, because there will be chaos and anarchy. We are not bringing it. It's already there. We are just trying to people say, let's discuss. Let's have a conversation. What happened in Abuja is an indication. What U.S. Embassy, High Commission, and all other powerful governments, what they're doing with the insecurity threat in Abuja is giving you an idea that people know what is going on, that your lies are up, and people are ready to do the right thing. They will do the right thing to protect their own people. And then you know what? That your one Nigeria will die a natural death. So if you think you want one Nigeria, you should come on the table and begin to listen to what Ninas is saying. Obasanjo Stop wasting your time. What is on the table is bigger than your little manipulations. Your little manipulations are over. Now the people need to be free. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you so much. Um, wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say. The job has been done. The Christmas present has been delivered. It's on your door. Open up the door and open up your present and have a happy life. But if you choose otherwise, this thing that you think is brewing right now, this is just the preamble. We haven't even started yet. We haven't even talked about the hunger that is about to come, like we told you guys last week. With the flood that is still, have most of our land still under flood as we are speaking right now. We are not talking about the plants that have been wasted, the animals that have been killed, the dead bodies, the diseases that are coming. My goodness. Do the right thing. Do the right thing, people. Do the right thing. P2B is not for you. You heard our brother Dele Ogun in the parliament telling you the other day, they are all billionaires working for themselves. They made their billions from one Nigeria. One Nigeria made them. So their loyalty and the alliance lies with one Nigeria. Do you think they want it to change? Do you really think we come out here every Saturday so that we can benefit from you guys? Versus someone that has one watch. He has been a governor for 8 years, and for our people, the only thing they gift men with is watches and perfume. But he has one watch. The lies, the lies, the lies, the lies, and the pretense will not get you anywhere. Do the right thing. Do the right thing and end this madness. Nigeria was not meant for you. Nigeria will never work for you. Your naira will turn into 1 billion naira to a dollar, and you will be in a situation that you can never imagine. As we are speaking in Afghanistan, we tell you guys all the time, Afghanistan loading. Hunger. They say the kind of hunger that is coming towards them this Christmas. They already on radio. I was listening to NPR yesterday. They are crying. They don't have access to wood and it's cold down there. They don't have access to food. Lawyers, doctors, engineers, the one that we're enjoying, they are all standing in a line looking for food, looking for handouts. And guess what the AIDS people are telling them? Aid is limited, aid is limited, aid is limited. So that means you watch your children die of hunger. And at the end of the day, your so-called Igbo millionaires, all of them. So the pathetic millionaires or billionaires that we have in our land, that are not doing anything for you. All they want you to do is to wait for Christmas. If their house is not on that floor, they will turn on the generator for you. Deceit. They are not for you. Go to other places. It's the rich people and the millionaires that are working to make sure that the society is calm and stable so that even the lowest person will not come after them. But our people know they like the way it's chaotic because they want their car where they are driving, they are throwing money out to people like Okoko. How on a motor, they throw up and they to her and upon her God, Jesus, they will be dancing in that mess. We need to do better. We must do better. You, and me must do it for ourselves. The millionaires are not there for you. You know what they do? When there's fire in the land, they will relocate their wealth. They will send you to Abuja and develop Abuja more. They will develop Lagos more. When Lagos is on fire, they will start buying land in Texas and in Florida and whatever. They are never about you. And all Ninas is trying to create a suitable community, sustainable community that we can live within our means and take care of our children and watch our children grow and watch our grandchildren. Is that too much to ask for? Why do we have to live in fakeness? Why do we have to live in these things that we know is not working for us? Why do we want to live in a land that is making it impossible for us to live in our land? We are everywhere, building up every place except our land. Is that even normal? I know for years that our fathers were happy that my son is in Scotland, the other one in Germany, the other one, and they forgot that when they aged, none of those people in Germany will abandon their children to come and take care of you. Your children are supposed to be around you. So you can teach your children about your family, about the generation, about your values, about your ethics, about what you believe in. But no, they chase you out of your land. You win somebody else. The man that lost everything he built for is now happy that all his 4 sons are living in Houston, Texas. Ah, madness in the highest order, my people, madness. Biko go be no lotawa. We have gone wrong. Anya abala n'ime Sambisa forest na ebe ahụ na-anyụ nshi. This is awful. We must retrace our steps. It's not okay for a 65-year-old, 70-year-old to be living in Houston, Texas, gallivanting. When the mansion, your father probably defrauded people, kill people, do voodoo, work 7 days a week to send you to America, and now you're hiding here, say, you're not interested. What defines a prodigal son? At least prodigal son came back. I don't even know if she called you prodigal son. He came back to apologize. You're not apologizing. You're busy thinking you can belong to all the clubs all over the place and be gallivanting. We know what to do. Ninas has done the job. Visit us at ninasvoice.org to learn more. Visit us Daughters of Truth. We are on Facebook, YouTube, all the tubes, anywhere for disseminating information. This is a no-brainer. The work has been done. As long as we are in one Nigeria, everything that belongs to you will belong to Jigawa. Everything, including your money unu pack it everywhere. Why people are hungry and now they are going to burn all that money. Wickedness at the highest level. Yet, I want the churches everywhere. What are we learning from the churches? Come here in Houston, all sense when a church, Igbo Catholic when a church, everywhere when a church. Guess what? We don't even have any industry in our name. Meanwhile, the Indians and Chinese are buying all the gas station, businesses, hotel, everywhere. You gotta build it, honey. If you want to open business, you're writing a check to the Indians and Chinese. What are my people building? Some more churches. They will gather their money and build churches. And yet, Arwala, wickedness is their own. Envy is their own. Jealousy is their own. Fakeness is their own. They are not building anything to sustain the next generation. They are not even teaching their children who they are. Like my sister said, it's the Igbos that are promoting one Nigeria. They are the one trying to celebrate October 1st here as we are speaking. In current situation, not last year. This year, it was our Igbo brothers and sisters in their club trying to celebrate one Nigeria October 1st. What a lost generation. We need to do better. Nobody else is going to do it for us. Nobody else. Because you give birth, your children, you will lose out. Just the same way your father lost by bringing you here and you turn into the supercharged prodigal son. That's how your children here will abandon. How long you hate here, Jawara. They don't know who you are. They will forget to come to your burial self if they show up. We are telling you guys, do the right thing. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. God is not coming down from heaven. God will still be God. Even if the Fulani wipe you guys out and take over your land, it won't stop him from being God. He will continue to help his other children that are doing the work. It's not too hard to do, my people. We are only here because of love. We are only here because we want more for our people. We are only here because we know of a strategy that can be a jailbreak for all the indigenous peoples trapped in the hellhole called Nigeria. The Fulanis are watching. They are looking at us. I'm on a platform or the northern, northern something. They watch.
Yeah.
Eh?
Northern Forum.
Northern Forum. They watch us every day. One of them contacted me, sister. They are wondering why your people are not watching. See, it's up to them. They want to see how they can sabotage God and say, hey, God did it for me. God wasn't there for me. This is what God wants for me. I guess let me burn in hell. No, it's you. Your stupidity will make you burn in hell. All right, my people. We'll love you guys always. We are here to ensure that the right things are done. We are here to propagate Nina's message because it's the only way out.
Yep.
If Minas didn't come and tell us his constitution, people we are taking, I know of people that were taking their retirement, will learn all of for business. Some evil forest will swallow the money. They would think they're going to invest the money, make real money, because when you borrow money from your retirement, from your 401k, they give you a period of time to return it back with a little bit of interest. My dear, the thing will swallow their money, and these people will be in serious depression. Yet there's nothing to show for it. Marriages are broken down because husbands and wives are fighting, trying to support people back home. And thanks to Ninas, we know now the number one, the fundamental problem, the common denominator in all our hell is called 1999 Constitution, and it has been taken down by constitutional force majeure. All we need you to do, because I know Nile Wundo, the fraud, because it wasn't done in Appian way and Aporoka way. It's like, how come they didn't spend 20 billion to do it? Go and read the information. Who know with a doctorate degree, woro chancellor, woro professor emeritus, among all the big names that you answer. Go and read it, and you will see that P2B, Atiku, Tinubu, they don't have anything for you. They are there for their stomach, and you will continue to suffer. We will see you guys next week. As always, we love you all. Bye-bye.